madness. I said, yo, man, I got me up. I want to let be live where I swear. Not easy. I've been rapping my whole man. I get it. My kid was doing. I'm bringing the profit. On my way, people calling me names. All the trouble I see, I ain't do better peace. When the suffering, the success, I can't pay the code. Only how I get paid. Sooner or later, my hustle will pay. Never, and I'm rushing myself. Keep it cool. Everything out the CC. Too much rushing. I probably chasing. One day. One day. I'll get it cool. One day,
I'm also gonna pay one day. Enemies can go see my face. Me pa know and I watching me. One day, success gonna come my way. I know my hustle gonna pay one day. Enemies can go see my face. Me pa know and I watching me. One day, success gonna come my way. Yeah. My mama was so angry. My papa was so angry. My friend was the money. Any mess that will come on and miss. So I'm my way. 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 I'm on my way, this is person I'm looking for money. Looking for money, looking for money. I want to make mama happy. Want to make papa happy. Want to make all my brothers and sisters to come around me.
Yeah, I feel it cool. Why you know you hustle? Why you saying the proof by the Genesis? Shall come at the fire, shall come at the power. Why I feel be working on Wednesday? You must look for the mind, you must look for the map. All in the dark, all in the dark, all in the reach, all in the reach. All in the sun, the
mama was so angry.
No for air.
My papa was so angry. My friend I was the money. Any mess that will come on and miss. So I'm my way. 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 I'm my way.
And they come and help me out every other weekend. I am out here in Roger Williams Park across the street from the tennis court every other weekend, Saturday and Sunday, mostly every single Saturday for the summer, throughout the summer. So this is my small shop. I sell lashes, suitcases with waist beads, lip gloss, lashes, healing bracelets, waist beads, the lash pouches. I'm making bracelets right now at this moment. I just made 4. And I have a whole bunch of waist beads in this box right here. These are scrunchies. Literally, I have a whole bunch of varieties. Baby bracelets, this is what they look like. Healing bracelets, that's what they look like. And that's pretty much what I sell.
on the CDC today. So this is why you are seeing on your screen. My name is Mike. Welcome to this live broadcast. So we ask that you share this video, invite others as we continue our live broadcast. As you can see there, Chairman Ben took part of the Council of Patriot viewing, and he is all dressed up in white, long sleeve, white short sleeve shirts. He's here alongside with members of the Council of Patriot viewing, and they are here to.
Want to say moving forward, when there is any call demonstration, as lawmakers can lead, want to say in my official capacity, whether you call me mayor or you call me youth chairperson, want to assure the public and international community we will be protective of our democracy, we will be on the scene also. We will lead such forces also.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Attorney Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. Today, right now, it's in the lower 70s in Providence, Rhode Island, and we're expected to go up to the lower 80s today. No precipitation, no rain, cloudy, sunny, mixture. So if you're going out, be careful as usual, safety first. Advice to all you young people participating in politics, be very careful what you do and what you attach your signature to. Young people in Rhode Island today are facing charges because they went and forged the signature of some politician or somebody on some document that had to do with politics. It's no joke. This is not high school politics. This is not a club politics. When you're playing with national politics, the things you do in high school and in clubs and things, you can't do it in real life. You put your signature to somebody's name or you forge somebody's name to signature on documents and you get caught, you will be punished. Take heed and govern yourselves accordingly. Okay? The late Bill Russell of the Celtics number has been retired. I think it was number 6. So nobody else can use that number again in the NBA. May his soul rest in perfect peace. He was a great athlete, and his accomplishment will live on. So, when my topics come around, we'll begin my topics for this morning. And they are: 1, Rhode Island is not a hub for promoting criminal leaders of violence and murder in Liberia. 2. The state of violence and the breakdown of law and order in Liberia today. And finally, 3. Dr. Glenn S. Prescod Community Self-Help Vocational Baking School on the Buduburam Refugee Camp in Ghana. Let me take my coffee break and we'll come back and start my topics for the day. So my first topic for this morning is Rhode Island is not a hub for promoting, let it come around, criminal leaders of violence and murder in Liberia. Now, we all know that a lot of Liberians live in Rhode Island. At one time, we had the most populated state. We were the most populated state of Liberian immigrants to this country. Right now, we're sharing it with Minnesota and some other states, I don't know where. But we still have a significant amount of Liberians living in Rhode Island. So whenever political leaders come from Liberia, they come to Rhode Island, they always seek to meet government officials, get citations from the government. All of this done through community leaders in our community here in Rhode Island. Now, the situation in Liberia is not a situation that leaders in my state want to be involved with. The violence being perpetuated in Liberia against the Liberian people now is not tolerable. So there's talk going around that people at Jefferson Koji, Carrier's Grave, and all these thugs and slum lords leading Liberia today want to come to Rhode Island to gain recognition. And there are people here in Rhode Island who are officials of the state, who are community leaders, and want to perpetuate these people by promoting them in Rhode Island before our leaders. Whether this is true or not, there's talk of it going around in the community. Yosinda almost touched on it this morning or last night in her speech. This is intolerable. The state of violence in Liberia now cannot go on. Cannot go on. We're going back to the 1980s. We're going far back. And these people coming to Rhode Island cannot be allowed to be promoted in this state when they're committing violence and murder in Liberia against the Liberian people. This is not a time for our state officials to be involved with this kind of thing. I know many of them do things at the behest of our community leaders and members. Because many of the leaders in Rhode Island don't know these people coming to Rhode Island from Liberia. But when our community leaders introduce them to them and say they are profound people, they are good people in Liberia, our leaders here listen to them and accommodate them. But this cannot go on. Now with people like Jefferson Koji, this mayor of Monrovia, who has blood on his hands, who is a thug, a slum lord, and needs to go to jail, coming to use our leaders in Rhode Island here to perpetuate themselves by promoting themselves among the officials of Rhode Island is not right. It's not right. Secondly, many of the older people that were leading our community are not in the leadership today. The people leading our community today and even serving in Rhode Island government are people that never lived in Liberia. Some of them never lived, they were born there maybe and came here, but lived in Rhode Island all their lives. Maybe they went home for vacation, so they are not adept or knowledgeable enough of the situation in our country, the plight of our people. Yeah, they hear from their mom and all these people in the community, but many of our people in our community in Rhode Island are not cognizant of the political plight of Liberia and the Liberian people. Many of the people in Rhode Island never went to school or never graduated from school in Liberia. Even if they attended school, they never finished. They left. In the past, Rhode Island was not a state where the erudite, the educated Liberians came. Most of the educated Liberians want to be around politics. They go to DC, they go to Maryland, all that area, they're down there. Those are the political people that want to be around politics and government. But most of the people who really want to work and make money came up this side. This was where all the factories and business and opportunities were here for people who just wanted to make money and work. So, although our community has advanced and changed over the years, and we have more young people now who are erudite and into leadership and government, they still do not understand the plight of the Liberian people in Liberia. So, we who here understand what is going on in our country have to guide our government, our state leaders, so they don't be guided into supporting people who will eventually bring shame to our state. Because this is where we're going. Look at the violence in Liberia. It's not diminishing, it's escalating. It's getting worse. Just this morning, they burned the house of the opposition chairman, the new chairman. He injured his child. He's in the hospital now. Tell me, don't you think this will escalate into more violence? Because who else will burn the opposition chairman house? Who else? They called the fire people last night to come to their assistance. The fire people refused to come. They said no water, no gas, no nothing. They can't move. This morning, what they were investigating, talking with the man, no reporters, only one. No investigators, no police, nothing around to talk to the man. This is not right. This is not right. It can lead to violence. It will lead to deaths. It will lead to the destruction of our country further than it is already. So I'm just advising my people in Rhode Island, we don't need to get involved with these people coming to our state, seeking recognition, political opportunities to meet our leaders and things like that for their own aggrandizement, because these people are not working in the interest of the Liberian people. They are working in their own interests. And when they are working in their own interests, it is not in the best interest of our leaders in the state to be giving them citations, to be hooking them up with meeting with them and accommodating them. No, it's not right. These people need to be vetted before they can benefit from anything in our state. Before they can even meet our state leaders, they got to know their history and what is happening in our country. Our country is not improving. Our country is going backwards. And that is the actual state of reality in Liberia today. So if we are friends of Liberia, we have to understand that these people who are being accused of violence or murder and evil against the Liberian people in our society cannot come to America and be perpetrated in this country as law-abiding people, as good citizens. Because when they meet our leaders and get citations from our government and things like that, it's telling our people in Liberia that these people are respected by our leaders, that our leaders honor these people. It sends a different message to Liberia. To our state leaders, it's nothing. We just accommodating our community members, officials. But some of these officials coming to America now are not the kind of officials that our government officials need to promote or even accommodate. They need to be vetted. They need to check the track record in Liberia. Because if we accommodate these people, we are telling our poor people in Liberia that these people are all right. And we know these people are not all right. We know they're not all right. So for us who are more mature and have been experienced with the politics in Liberia and around, we have to enlighten our government officials and our people in the United States that these people coming from Liberia need to be vetted. They need to be researched. Their behaviors, their human rights records, their leadership records need to be vetted before they can meet our leaders and get citations and all these things. Because our community leaders don't know these people. Our community leaders are young. They are young. They have not lived in Liberia. They don't know the plight of our people. Some of these people are their relatives, tribal relatives. And they bring them here. They talk about promoting tribalism in Liberia and all that kind of thing. And some of these people in Rhode Island are tribalists too. They believe in one tribe overpowering the other tribe. They do it right here in Rhode Island, and that's why our community is so weak today. So this is just my advice to my leaders in Rhode Island. Take heed and govern yourselves when you're meeting these people coming from Liberia. Plenty of these people got track records of violence, terrible corruption, and murder. And they cannot be accommodated by our leaders in the state of Rhode Island. So I'm just saying, take heed and govern yourselves, my officials. Not everybody coming from Africa and Liberia need to meet you and get citation from you. I know some of our community leaders are respected by you and have supported you in your endeavors, in your political endeavors. But this is our state issue. This is our state issue. And we have to take heed and govern ourselves, because if we recognize these people and promote them and they go back in Liberia and something happens and it comes clear that these people are criminals and enemies of the Liberian people, and they have come to Rhode Island and we have honored them, it wouldn't look good, because they will use all of that to promote themselves in Liberia. And the time of these people are over. People like Jefferson, Koji, and all these people, they won't come here for recognition, because there's no way Jefferson Koji will survive in any other regime. He go into jail for all the criminal activities he have done in Liberia under this regime. This man's a thug. Alcaraz Gray is a thug. All of them are thugs. And the time of the Liberian people is now. We are friends of America. And America got to pay attention to our plight. And we tired with these people leading us. We tired, man. Y'all know it's not right. How will we come out of war and the same people that killed and brutalized our people, we make them leaders in our country? How can we ever benefit from this thing? How can our country ever grow and progress with these kind of criminals over us? These people are war killers. They are criminals. They are lawless people. So it is evident that they cannot promote law and order in Liberia. Hey, the proof is in the pudding. Look at the violence going on in Liberia right now. The children, people throwing stones at the colleges, saying that one group in the university children claiming not them. So here we are again, back in 1980s. For all of us who live in 1980s, we know the terror we experienced in our country. We know there was no peace in Liberia. We know you couldn't say nothing in our country. And we're going back to this era. We're going back to this era. It is not in the best interest of Liberia and the Liberian people. And I'm appealing to my people in Rhode Island, do not get involved with these people. Do not get involved with these people. Let's wait till after election and see where the Liberian people going. If they re-elect these people, then that's the split well of the Liberian people. But as it is right now, there is too much violence in our country for any leader to be recognized right now. Too many violence with impunity. Too many people getting away with crimes. And innocent people are not getting justice. They're benefited from the rule of law, no order in our country. Everything is breaking down. And we need help from our people in America. We need help from you. We need help from you. So that's just my appeal to my Rhode Islander people. Please help the people of Liberia survive. The few people leading our communities, we got to be mindful of them. Many of them don't understand the plight of the Liberian people. Many of them have not even been to Liberia to live. So please investigate these people coming and don't want to meet our leaders and want to get certification and all these things from our leaders. We have to take heed and govern ourselves accordingly. This is my submission to my leaders. Thank you. Let me take a break. We'll move on to my second topic. The state of violence and the breakdown of law and order in Liberia today. There is no doubt about it that law and order is broken down. There is no doubt about it that the state of violence in Liberia has escalated to a point where the government cannot control it. The government can't control it. The police don't have the logistics to do anything in our country. No cars, no gas, nothing. All the government officials got everything. So when our resources are split, where the lawmakers and executive takes most of the resources of our country, we have nothing else to facilitate law and order, decent societal living, protection of our people. Then they tell us about CCTV. So even if we have CCTV, what good is it to us? That means when we see the criminals, we got to go hunt the criminal for ourselves so that survival of the fittest. Buy CCTV to see who's stealing your things, catch them, watch them, and go after them and catch them yourself and do what you got to do. Because the police ain't got no logistics, the police ain't got no gas, the police ain't got no training, nothing. This is a total breakdown of our society living. Of societal living, whatever you want to say. It's a total breakdown. Now, look at the things that happened. July 26, stoning. The AME University, day before yesterday, stoning. What's all this stoning and violence in Liberia? We never knew about stoning. Now people taking rocks and just doing the things. Then they're talking about August 24th. It's another protest by the university students. So yesterday, the house of the chairman of Unity Party was burned. His child was injured. Why? Why all of this violence? I listened to the news this morning. Same thing. They're talking about the violence. Everybody asking, why the escalation of violence in the country? Why? We're going back. Our peace and stability is being disrupted by people's greed to stay in power against the will of the Liberian people. So how far are we going to go with all this violence? How far are we going to go with the murders that are going on in the country right now? People just disappearing and dying. It's not right, man. This is not what we're bargaining for. This is not what our revolution was about. Now we've lost everything and we're going back. We're going back. Y'all don't want to hear the truth? It's coming. Y'all don't want to hear the truth? It's coming. Y'all will see it. I don't lie. You see my hand in nothing in Liberia. Why? Because I believe I'm a Christian. I ain't going to participate in something that Jesus Christ don't tell me is good enough for me to do. I ain't going to do it. I follow my divine instincts that tell me to do this. How you think I survive in Liberia? How you think I survive? I'm no proud man to say, there's no God. My whole existence depends on God. How you think I did in America? You know how many people won't hurt me in this country from what I say? There's no freedom of speech. People won't kill you for what you say. You know how many people now tell me, you should be in jail. You should be in jail for speaking for my rights. I should be in jail. I'm not stealing from people. I'm not killing nobody. I'm not doing anybody harm. I'm just speaking for my rights. Then you tell me I should be in jail. Nothing's free. Nothing's free. You think I'm living in this world free? No, I'm protected by the Holy Trinity. I'm protected by 3 in 1. Not by man. You think I'm depending on man to protect me? No. I will be dead long ago. No. And when you understand your God, things will be revealed to you that gullible people will not see. The education doesn't matter. The education guides me into making decisions. It guides me, but as a man, things can be deceiving. No matter how educated you are, things can deceive you. The slightest thing can deceive you because our world is controlled by the evil one. And he's a deceiver. And no matter how good or clean you think you are, everybody trying to get you because that's the way of the evil man to bring you down. And only the divine power of your God can save you. Not the power of man. You think depending on man, you will die. You got to know your God. You got to understand your God. I know my God now. I know my God. I understand the reasoning behind the 3 in 1. I understand the path of the Holy Trinity. I understand it. That's why I chose my God now. Before I didn't understand it. I was searching. I said, why this thing? Now, the whole teaching is revealed to me. And I know my God. I know the power of my God. I know the strength of my God. I know the extent of my God. I know. So I can serve him more divinely and more sincerely than if I didn't know who my God was. That's why you got to search for your God. You got to find your God, because when you find your God, nothing can change you from that. You understand your strength, you understand your weakness, you understand where it comes from and where it leads. So you got to find your God. You got to find your God. I'm not telling you follow my God. I'm telling you find your God. I don't tell people to do things. If you see my life and you believe that my God can do for you what he's done for me, you're welcome to him. You're welcome to serve him. He is not a mean God, but he is a jealous God. So if you're going to accept him, you got to accept him. You can't play around like a prostitute. You got to be stable in one God and be ready to be punished, loved, and benefited by that God. Because when you do wrong, you will be punished. So you got to understand, and you can't look for the good only in that God. Because you would do wrong. We live in an evil world. No man is infallible from evil. No man is protected from evil. Every man is susceptible to evil because the evil one rules this world. But that's why you got to have your God to guide you each and every day, because if you don't have your God, you'll be deceived. You'll be misled, misguided, misdirected by the evil one. And it comes in many forms. It comes in many forms. Sometimes you say, I would not do this in my life, I will not do this. But when the time comes, you do it because you're blinded to the reality of the truth, to what you want to protect yourself against. Take heed from an old man. Don't see my hair loaded as. You saw my hair before I was gray. I've been through it. I've been there and done that. And done that. And when you've been there and done that, you know the strength of the evil one, the extent of his reach, everywhere. And only divine can protect you from that. Without the protection of your God, you know where you'll be? You know where you'll be? But every day I got to thank my God. Because when you know your God, you are protected. You are more sincere and adapt to serving him better. So know your God. And when you know your God, you will be open up to the realities of this world. You will not be blinded by gullibility and stupidity. You will not be misled by the news. You know, look at the thing that in Liberia, look at Nathaniel McGill, where he was saying to the people that if you steal money and build house in Ghana and not good, but you build it in Liberia, it's good. And all the people saying, yeah. No, it's wrong. It's wrong to steal from our government. It's wrong. It's not right. You can't say, yeah. You stop and say, no, sir. Stealing is wrong, period. It's wrong religiously, it's wrong physically, it's wrong every kind of way. It's wrong. And these are the people leading our country today. This is the second highest man in the executive there telling our people that stealing money and building houses in a country is good for the country. God save Liberia. Now with the violence, they have burned the UP chairman house. Where do you think this will lead? You burn the mayor house, you cause his child to get burned. The mayor called the fire people, nobody showed up. No police showed up. What does that tell you? We're going back to the 1980s. Violence will be escalated because of this. So I just advising you, because we see it, we saw it in 1980. For us who old and live in Liberia, we've seen it before. And we return to it. And we warn you that the plight our people is not to play with. It's not to play with. We need educated leaders. We need sincere leaders. We need patriotic people. Ellen Johnson said he was not patriotic. I told you because her whole aim in life was to be president of Liberia and the first woman to be president of Africa. She had nothing else in mind, and she did everything to achieve that. Then when she achieved that, she could not lead our people. She took her children and put in our government and ripped our country off. Then to protect herself, she put this dummy in power and supporting him so she can lead our country through him and protect her investment and corruption and evil in my country. Y'all please help my people. Y'all please help my people. I don't know what kind of power Ellen Johnson is. I know she graduated from Harvard, and that's an elite university, and she got plenty of powerful friends. But it's not right. It's not right. It's not right, man. You gotta save my country. You gotta save my country. I'm pleading to you. If you're Christians like me, you gotta save my country. Viva! 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 Knights of Columbus! Viva! Answer me. Viva! Knights of Columbus! Viva! Save my country. Save my country. I need your help. I need your help to save my country. I rest my case. Thank you. Let me take a break. Then we'll start my third topic for this morning.
place de j'ai entendu, je prends un charon ici. Je sais, je peux pas on est.
So this time when you stay, your favorite baking study when you come to class, you bake on one of the small you and me go say. Yes, I say you do it.
Não compra desse momento. Se experimenta comprar, a vez que eu ir a comprar, one is in a comprar. Yeah. See everything. See the building. No this time. We're not coming to school every day and see a few in the beginning. Some people not showing. Some people giving. See everybody. See this people. Chris, please.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to say to some people out there, I serve the true and living God of humanity, the Holy Trinity. They may try to stop me from being on the media, from being ordered news or hearing my voice. They may try to silence me. There's only one person who can do that, and that is the Holy Trinity. I rest my case. Anybody else who tries it will be destroyed. Take heed and govern yourselves accordingly. Aluta. Continue. Have a good day, my people. My class is done.